when I was going to school, uh, by them being old white teachers, uh, they had you thinking it was the goodness of Abraham Lincoln's heart why he freed the slaves. Had you feeling that way, like it's the goodness of Abraham Lincoln's heart why he freed the slaves. But after the black people got educated, I started hearing something different about that Abraham Lincoln was having labor trouble. That was around the time when Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. That they were building up the country. They was trying to industrialize the country, and they had a lot of white people, Italians and the Irishmen was coming over from Europe, the experienced tradesmen, stone masons and stuff like that, and brick masons and stuff like that, and they had a union. And Abraham Lincoln didn't like that. He couldn't get along with this union. They were coming in and naming their price, their wages, what they want, and had to organize their workers, and Abraham Lincoln was having labor trouble. The only thing he could think of, people having labor trouble in all types of his work. The only thing he could think of was to free the slaves and make scabs out of them, and free the slaves and let them do a lot of this bull work. And so the Southerners down south raised the devil because they were bringing in. You don't want to know who's going to pick this cotton, who's going to pick this cotton down here. And Abraham Lincoln wanted them to do, they needed him to do that bull work that these white people didn't want to do.
What was this bull work? What kinds of
All kinds of ditch digging and can bricks were up on, hard, heavy loads of brick up on the second different floors for the white brick masons and stuff. That's the kind of work they wanted to do. The white people didn't want to do that work. So Abraham Lincoln was in trouble. He had to free the slaves. The only thing he could think of was to free the slaves. And the Southerners got mad and started the Civil War. And so it made you think that the Northern was going down there to fight the Southerners to make them free the slaves. Make them free the slaves, make them think they was fighting for you. They wasn't fighting for you, they were fighting over you. They wasn't fighting for you, they were fighting over you. There's a difference in fighting over you and fighting for you. So that's what they had. So that's what the black people, some of the black labor, the black labor unions, that's the way they see it. So Abraham Lincoln was in trouble because when say in his speeches, he'd use that word nigger, he used the N-word. In his speeches, they said he did, And so O.B. Cattle, he was one of a lot of Italians and Irish was killing black people right here in Philadelphia. O.B. Cattle, he was one of them. He's one of them that they killed, but they didn't want him being no scab. They didn't want him in their union and didn't want him to be scab, so the black people didn't know what to do. He had to work and make a living. He had to do something to make a living, so he had to do that bull work that Abraham Lincoln wanted him to do. See, he had to do it. He did putting up all these buildings that black people built the White House. A lot of they did all the bull work in the White House. They had to build heavy stones and things up there, because they built different today. They ain't putting up kind of buildings today no more. They ain't building up. So everything is easier now. Everybody's looking for something easier now to do, you know. When they put up a building back in those days, they had hundreds of years in mind when they put up a building back in those days. But then now, it look like they have overnight buildings in mind, and they put up a lot of buildings today. A lot of buildings, frame buildings, there wasn't one bar, it was against the code violation to build a frame house. But now that's all you see now is a frame house. And they did not get them from the old pines either. A lot of the old pines is gone. They can't even wait till the pines get 100, 200, 300 years old anymore. Now, because they done use all of them up. And they doing a lot of new houses out of young pines now. The pines are even matured good, but they build a lot of these houses out today. I call it termite food. They got to keep fighting termites. Because the termites love young, pine trees, you know.